When it comes to LeBron James, one of my biggest gripes against him is his passive-aggressive nature with teammates, the media, and especially fans. And looking at the LeBron Lakers era, per usual, trade rumors galore, he's going to get traded, teammates are going to get traded, he needs more help, etc., etc. It's hard to tell what's real, what's not, because most of this stuff is a smokescreen produced by Clutch Sports. But here's one thing I do know. When it comes to Michael Jordan pulling these types of antics in the media on Twitter, he would never be caught dead doing this, as LeBron, quite frankly, has the antics of a teenage girl. And when it comes to having more help, not enough help, LeBron's 6-year tenure in LA has featured tons of trades, as in those 6 years, 22 players so far have been traded to the Lakers from other teams. For some perspective, in Michael Jordan's 6 championship seasons, only 6 total players got traded to the Bulls. I ask this question a lot because it applies to nearly every scenario with LeBron James. If a guy constantly is bad in the front office, putting him under the gun to get superstars, all-stars, more shooters, more depth, isn't that kind of an indictment on that player and his overall mindset? The LeGM moniker is there for a reason, and so far in Los Angeles, LeGM multiple times has ruined pretty capable rosters, most notably with the Westbrook trade. And ironically enough, the one time LeBron James wasn't playing pseudo-GM was down in Miami. And of course, in Miami, won 2 titles in 4 seasons. Think about that. LeBron, the one time he wasn't meddling in the front office, won 2 chips back-to-back in a 4-year period. Outside of that Heat system, Eric Spoelstra, Pat Riley, in 17 years, he's mustered 2 championships, one of which is kind of suspect. And looking at those LeBron cryptic messages, like I said earlier, we've seen them for the past 20 years. And most recently, you had the Hourglass tweet that went viral. Now here's what LeBron James does. Puts this out there in the middle of the night to create buzz, a stir, and a media firestorm. But when pressed on this tweet, asked to explain it a little further, give some context, he tucks his tail, doesn't clarify, and runs away. And if that wasn't bad enough, LeBron's right-hand man, Brian Windhorst, said LeBron versus the Knicks on purpose had a Knicks towel on his back with some sort of 4D chess move to put pressure on the Lakers. I just gotta ask you guys once more, how old is this dude? 39 going on 40? When do these antics media stunts come to an end? Hopefully soon. I mean, if you want to be traded, just come out and say it already. If you want more teammates, just make it publicly known. I don't think I'm alone here in saying I'm tired of the constant need for attention and the need for more help. LeBron at this point is like someone in his kitchen who started a fire. They started the fire, saw the fire, but then walked out of the room, left the house, and an hour later came back and were shocked the whole house was burnt down. And even worse than that, once the house was burnt down by them, they looked to their neighbor and blamed them. That's the LeBron James way when it comes to winning championships and getting what he wants. And this same old tactic was used in Cleveland, he tried at Miami, and now in Los Angeles. And thankfully for Lakers fans, now that LeBron's pushing nearly 40, these same old tactics don't really hit the same. And with all the Knicks trade buzz, the media, as usual, is in a frenzy with what-if scenarios and crazy hypotheticals.
Him winning one for Cleveland did reestablish a new Jordan-LeBron narrative that he can catch him in the significance of these titles. If he brings a title to Miami, it's Cleveland,
crazy.
Los Angeles.
It's the biggest move on the board.
And New York.
Close.
It's the best move on the board.
How you can eclipse MJ.
These wild hypothetical narratives never cease to amaze me. As really since 2020, it's been, if LeBron does blank, he'll pass Jordan. And really every time they say this, either 1, it doesn't happen, it falls flat, or 2, LeBron kind of does it, but it changes no one's mind. And these analysts are getting so desperate for LeBron to pass Jordan, now they're saying LeBron somehow could catch Jordan in significance of titles. What's that code for? Is it LeBron James, he won't get 6 rings, but somehow narrative-wise I can twist it, LeBron actually has more rings than MJ 6. And look, we've already seen that multiple times with Nick Wright, claiming LeBron already unofficially has 6 rings.
We all know LeBron officially, unofficially got credit for 2 rings when he came back from 3-1 down and beat a 73-win team.
What?
When they win the title this year, it counts as another 2, which means LeBron and Jordan will both have 6 rings.
Bro, I'm out, man.
These ludicrous arguments, outlandish hypotheticals, never seem to stop. And Nick Wright, one of those guys, says LeBron James got Cleveland their first championship, so it counts as 2 rings. Well, newsflash for you, Jordan and Chicago gave them their first championship, second championship, third championship, 4th, 5th, and 6th. These desperate arguments never hold up under any scrutiny. And let's say LeBron in 6 months is a New York Knick. Once again, he's on a team that has 2 All-Stars, being Brunson and Randall, OG Anunoby, and tons of great depth. If LeBron goes to the Knicks, in no way is he saving New York basketball. The guys who did that already were Brunson and Randall. And LeBron, seeing the Knicks be revived, have a great depth, 2 All-Stars, came in last minute as a frontrunner to steal a ring at the age of 40. Needing constant All-Stars, constant new rosters is an indictment on LeBron James and his career. And if he goes from Los Angeles with a star-studded roster to New York with a more star-studded roster and then fails, that'll be the final nail in the coffin of his debate versus Michael Jordan. And speaking of Jordan, if LeBron truly back in 2016 thought he passed MJ, why would he be pulling his antics this late in his career, nearing 40? Spoiler alert, because even he knows he hasn't passed Jordan as the greatest player in NBA history. And MJ having 6 rings, if he had LeBron's mindset coming back in 2002, instead of going to the 19-win Wizards, he would have gone to the LA Lakers with Shaq and Kobe. If MJ actually wanted more championships, more rings, more hardware, he would have gone to LA instead of Washington. He would have gotten his 15-20 points per game, been the third wheel, and coasted to a championship. And most likely, in his career with 7 rings, which would pass Kareem, who he's tied with at 6. Jordan in Washington was playing for the love of the game, and already was established as the greatest player in NBA history. He didn't come back for championships to front run or make a super team in Los Angeles. And he definitely didn't come back to break Kareem's all-time scoring record. If you contrast Michael Jordan in his twilight years to LeBron James, there couldn't be a more stark difference, as Jordan coasted off into the sunset with really no baggage and no storm. LeBron James is going out with a bang, not on the court, but off the court. And if you want to be 100% honest, LeBron's aged 36 to 40 seasons, in my view, have hurt his image with a lot of NBA fans. And with the Lakers being a pitiful franchise for the majority of that time due to LeBron James, mainly he's been playing for stats these past few seasons. Knicks fans, Lakers fans, I wish you guys the best of luck. Because whatever team has this guy on their roster, they're definitively not winning a championship. And despite how good LeBron is still offensively, the baggage he brings, the smoke he brings, the constant drama, the tweets, trade demands, pressure on teammates, that overall baggage, in my opinion, outweighs how good he is as a basketball player. And if he can't win a championship with Anthony Davis, D'Lo, Reeves, and great depth, that 5th championship simply isn't going to happen on any team in the NBA. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.